It is Friday, May 9th, 54 degrees, cloudy here in eastern Kentucky. And it's gone from 54 degrees to 60 degrees and cloudy, 84% chance of rain. I guess we are looking at some wet stuff going on today. It is actually 54. It's much cooler than it says 60. That's like a whole 6 degrees, right? Wow! Here we are. Today we are focusing on real results and success stories. And I just wanted to say, Grand Rising, thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's got up and moving and feeling good about their day and the prospects, and bringing some hope and some new thoughts of ideas and expanding your perceptions. Woo! Anyhow, I want to talk about who I am and why I am here. 2.5 years ago, I became a widow and I had to start over again. All my dreams, all of my hopes, everything that I had planned with my late husband were basically blown out of the water. All of my thoughts and purpose, my drive was gone. My purpose for a living was gone. And I had to start all over again. My income stopped the day he died, and I had to start over again. And I had a really difficult time jumping into living again. And many of us find it a struggle each and every day to show up for ourselves. Because as a caretaker, I spent and I dedicated my entire life and my existence in supporting and loving on my late husband. So when he passed, all of my purpose and direction was gone. So I had to start over again. So I came across the Legacy Builders program, which is an online business, but it taught me everything from ground zero up in order to start an online business. And I knew nothing about digital marketing. I knew nothing about programming and being tech savvy, and it seemed completely out of my league. But this actual Legacy Builders program is actually an online digital business in a box. It basically is that step-by-step instructions, and it made it possible for someone like me that was confused, feeling overwhelmed, and struggling with trying to understand what digital products were. Digital products are basically you, me, talking to each other on a live. You and I sharing music or audiobooks or showing pictures and videos of our lives. That is a digital product. If someone had explained that to me once upon a time, I would have been, oh, okay. And when they said to you, oh, but when you actually start this learning program, they provide you with a digital product so that as you're learning, you can actually sell that digital product. I couldn't understand. What does that mean? Am I buying into a certain level of education? Am I buying in a certain plateau of being able to sell something, confusion, blah, 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 blah. All it is that you are buying the master resale rights on a digital product that you can resell unlimited. So whether you can afford $100, a $300, $600, or a $900, a one-time upfront fee that you could sell numerous times with no limits, and all you have to do is pay for that also in addition $39 website fee for connection. There is no monthly fees after that. You get 100% of the profits, and then you're learning all the skills and the tools to start your own online business. You are learning how to digital market. You are learning how to attract your perfect customer. How does this work? It works. It's amazing. You are taught so much. And I just uploaded I just think it's funny is because when a person like me, when I didn't understand digital marketing, it seemed magical. Everything seemed like, well, how does this happen? Is there like a magic wand, you know? Showing up each and every day and being consistent is the key. Being consistent. Putting out on that digital realty. You're putting out real estate of a digital product, whether you're doing free ads, whether you're doing videos, whether you're using the attraction marketing, whether you are learning how to how to do these strategies. And starting tomorrow, May 10th, is the beginning of our Freedom Sprint. It is a Freedom Sprint where you show up every single day learning the steps from ground zero. So if you are interested in learning more about starting your own online business, as simple as showing up each and every day, dedicating yourself 2 hours a day, that you can also start your own online business. Whether you're looking for a little side hustle, maybe you're looking for someone a little bit of extra on the side, or maybe you're ready to jump full on in to get yourself the ability of selling all 4 income streams, then you can do that and learn from ground zero how to start your own online business. And you can then go anywhere and market yourself in any way, shape, or form with all of the skills and the tools and the strategies that I myself am learning right now. I am in my 4th month, and I am just thinking, wow, what an opportunity. The bonuses, the pluses, the community, the loving support. And we don't deal with naysayers. We don't deal with the poo-pooers. We don't deal with people saying this can't be done and I don't know what to do and I hate on you and I hate the world. We don't deal with people like that. We deal with people that want to have hope. They want to plant the seeds and help other people. This is a group of hope dealers. And 52,000 other people, just like myself, have invested in themselves to start over again, to have a different mindset from the majority of the planet here. There are people waiting for you. They're waiting to hear your story, and they're waiting to be given a hand out so that they can learn to live a different way. A freedom mindset, a freedom, setting your own time, your own work, your own schedule. Invest to 2-hour workday so you can go live your life. Invest in that digital real estate, plant it out there, and walk away for your day. Where else can you do that? Where people will teach you, hold your hand, and give you that step-by-step instructions. I don't know where else they have it, because it's about people. It's about being like little fairies and like little elves, planting the seeds, hoeing up the ground, and watering it with love, watering it with hope, watering it. So I want to show you some beautiful pictures of some beautiful people that are learning and doing. Like, here we go. We have here Ashron Brita. She said she almost quit because she had been doing, but she said that she knows that the consistency had paid off all the time. But it's not just about showing up every day. It's about showing up on the days you want to give up. Showing up with that 1% extra, like Michelle O'Neill says, showing up with intention, not just a routine. That 1 month turned to a breakthrough in actual results. Into me finally seeing the breakthrough that I had been posting about and praying for. Sometimes it's not that your dream is wrong. It's just that your approach needs to shift. Maybe you need to learn something new. Try something different. Tap into something outside of what you already have access to. That's not failure. That's growth. And here, let me show you the other part of what she had said. It is beautiful. I just love this. So she says right here, it says, that's not okay. It says the intention, not just routine. That 1 month turned into a breakthrough. It actually results into me finally seeing the breakthrough that I had been posting about and praying for. Sometimes it's not about your dreams, that your dream is wrong. It's just that your approach needs to shift. Maybe you need to learn something new, try something different, tap into something outside of what you already have access to. That's not failure, that's growth. If you want to become a millionaire, you have to become a student. This digital space evolves fast, and staying on top of the trends will get you ahead. But learning consistency And embracing change will keep you there. You got this. I believe in you. Keep showing up, even if it's for that 1% that it counts. And I think this message, and she has 32 comments. People loving on her. People telling her, you are awesome. You are great. You are doing it. Daryl Hannah, going from homeless to successful 13 months ago. $900 while out looking at homes to buy. Imagine that you're out looking at homes to purchase and $900 comes in while you're looking. The business is amazing. All glory to God. And that is because he has his automations, just like all of us. Kamala Majaran. Yay, $1,800 in 24 hours. This is the blessing of this business. So much potential. Never in my wild life I thought I could cap this kind of money. It takes almost 3 weeks for my job as a staff nurse. Cheryl Tick wins first live. I am super proud of me. I went live today for 30 minutes. My goodness. She is being successful because she's overcome her own fears. How many of us have to overcome our own fears of feeling not enough, feeling like a failure, feeling like we are not good enough, and yet we keep showing up. You keep showing up for yourself, and you still plug in, and you still apply and learn what it is that you need to learn. And guess what will happen? Success will happen. Success will happen, and there's no way around it, because consistency is the key for success. Being consistent is a sign for success. Let me see. Being consistent. Oh, I get too excited and I start to stutter again. I kind of like bleed through. I get a little excited and forget about it, right? But starting tomorrow is the beginning of the 90-day freedom stint, and where people can learn step by step as a whole with our community on how to start your own online business step by step from ground zero. Can't say enough how amazing this program is. So, how my life is changing. This is how my life is changing. Who I am becoming. Who I have not put limits and put myself in that box any longer. I'm not going to allow my fears, my insecurities, my rejection, my abandonment issues to basically rule my life anymore. I am 59 years old, and I had to start all over from ground zero 2.5 years ago. All my dreams and my hopes have been ripped from me. Emotionally, I was depleted from being a caretaker. Do I have an income from this? I have earned money from this, yes, but you know what I've learned more? Is how to show up for myself. Do you know the price of that? Do you know the price of showing up for yourself and building confidence? Do you understand the value of that? I want to be able to help other people. Don't you want to help other people also? It's not about making the money. It's about helping people to come out of the dark, to come from a broken place in their lives and start that freedom mindset. Am I a millionaire yet? Yet? Not yet. But let me tell you something. If I was able to help another person like myself that was broken and struggling, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Because when you lose your purpose and your focus and where you come from, there is no other reason for you to continue to show up. Where do you find that purpose? You have to start loving on yourself. You have to start showing yourself. You have to be consistent. You have to be there. And for me, it was my fur babies. Everybody else had abandoned me because there was nothing left to take. And when you got nothing left to take, and people say, and here you say, no, I'm done, right? I'm done. I'm done with the takers. I'm done with the abusers. I'm done with the people with the zero mentality of having compassion and empathy when people have been broken. No, I'm a hope dealer now. And I offer hope and change and a freedom mindset. What you do with that is on you. And showing up for yourself is on you. Just like it's on me. So, can I make money from this? Certainly. Can I create my own community based upon what I have to offer? Yes. Can you? Because you have to believe in something, and if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to believe in you. So you got to start somewhere. Confidence builds character. Character builds communities. Communities build the world. So, real wins from my community. You got to see them firsthand. We saw Kleptic Helen, her first live. Totally amazing. Congratulations. We got Kamala earning $1,800 in a 24-hour time period. And that was enough. That was more than what she would have earned in what would she say, 3 weeks as being a nurse? Yeah. And Daryl Hannah, of course, he's our six-figure earner after becoming from homelessness to successful story, right? And then we had Ashron talking about her mindset change, because sometimes it's just a little 1% change on your mind in your perspective, and removing those blocks, those feelings of failure, insecurity, guilt, shame. When you're ready to step away from a past you can't undo, and to move forward into a direction of an open field, that means that the prosperity then can freely flow to you. And then you could show other people to have this freedom mindset. And that is the beauty of it. Grand Rising, Tracy. Shalom, shalom. My ahote, my Hebrew word for my sister. How are you doing today? I see that we have people joining and participating. That is awesome. And when we were talking about the roadblocks I overcame, oh my goodness, do I have to delve into the emotional? I will go and I will skim lightly like a rock on still waters that can be tumultuous. I come from a very traumatized childhood in an industry where they used and abused children. And because of that, the lights were my trigger. I had no idea that I was going to be triggered by the lights that would cause me to be dissociative, that would cause me to blank out and be standing in fear, not memorizing anything that I had memorized to talk about the beauty of this online business. It wasn't until I went to a mindset coaching program, a live Zoom call with Jen Stillion, amazing woman, that's provided as a free bonus as part of this live community with mentorships and coaching. And I cannot say enough that because I participated in that mindset class, that I had this breakthrough. And because I had this breakthrough, I was able then to tackle this injury, this trauma, so that I could heal and realign my nervous system, because they shattered that nervous system. They broke my brain. They broke it. They left me messy, and they didn't care, because that's what they do when they had these little camps they provide for little children when they do these bad, evil things. But because of that, I have overcome. I'm 59 years old, and I am restarting my life from ground zero. I have hope. I have a drive. I have a purpose. And I have a reason for breathing. And if I don't earn a cent from that, then I don't understand what is the problem. Because I know that there is more people that are broken and messy than there are people that are fixed. Have compassion, to understand, to have empathy for a real live person, to have a real live understanding of where people are coming from. Because I've been there. I've been there. And learning these skills and these tools to overcome and to heal. Tracy was there. I was like, Tracy, something bad has happened and I don't know what's going on, right, Tracy? And she's like, I'm here to listen, honey. I'm here to listen, because that's all we can do for one another. We can listen. We can provide tools and skills and help a person to come out of that darkness and that mindset, so that they can start over again, so they can start living their life and finding their joy, their purpose, their direction, and who they are as a human being. It's amazing. Good morning. I'm late getting up. Oh, I'm getting coffee. I know. I have coffee. I don't think I can drink it on the screen. No, I can't. But I have some. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, Tracy, you have been a very wonderful Baruch. That is a Hebrew word for blessing. And she's been a barakah, an ongoing blessing. Because when two come together, they're like-minded and come together in agreement that the Father is there for you. And that you should always remember, in two or three being a cord that is hard to break, right? Right? So when we have to remember these things, when we read our scriptures, there are truths in it that you can hold on to during times of troubled waters, and when you're stuck in a bag and in darkness. There are tools and skills out there to teach you to start over again, to heal you, to guide you, and realign you with your divine purpose. Because we all have a divine purpose. As long as we are breathing, we have that ability to choose. So, roadblocks that I overcame. I just got done telling you about it. How 0 to 10K happens. This blueprint basically steps you through the step-by-step process of what to do. There is an actual step-by-step 7 days to profit, and you just keep repeating it. When you first start your program, it tells you what to do on a daily basis, how to make your videos, while you're plugging in to personalizing your automations, your website, which are provided for you, pre-built, all ready to go, plug and play. And you're learning. And as I was learning, I was building my confidence. And building confidence when you have no confidence, when you've been broken and you've been pretty messy, let me tell you, it goes a long way. It goes a long way to have some purpose in your life and a direction, because I needed to feed my fur babies. I need to take care of myself on my homestead. And then I can choose to now come out into the light and talk about my truth, but in a way that doesn't injure me, it doesn't continually wound me, because it's the past, and I can't redo the past. I can't undo things that were done, but I can choose to show up each and every day for someone like you, for someone that needs to hear this message, that they are worthy, they are lovable, and they have an opportunity to start again. We all do, each and every day. It's amazing. So how the 0 to 10,000 gate happens? It happens when you plug in and you show up each and every day. You get consistent, because what you are doing is, when you are building your community, you are showing up broken and messy. You don't wait until you're perfect, because they are not perfect there on the other side of that screen. They're like trying to figure out, because that was me. I was trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do. I couldn't think. My head was filled with flutter and confusion and fog. I was deep in grief. I was under attack. I was being kicked in the face. I was being told that I needed to cease. It was my fault. I had people hating on me when my husband passed, and right before he passed, I had people hating on me because they were users, they were narcissists, they were stealing from me and my husband. So you only learn about these type of people when you're at your lowest. So be prepared and have a plan. Having a plan and start learning some skills now can save you a mile length of heartache and heartbreak and confusion, wondering, what did you do wrong? They wanted to beat me down so they could come in and clean me out. That's what they did. As it is, they took off with my race car. They took off with my race car that had real value. I had to go through lawsuits regarding that race car. And it's gone. They stripped. They changed it. They sold off parts of it. How much more money do I have to invest to get something that they have turned to crap that they borrowed? Right? Right? You have to learn to cut your losses and give it to the Father and say, you know what, Father, you do what you do to them. because they stole from the widow, because they kicked me when I was down. They told me it was my fault because they were trying to steal more stuff from me. And then I had to learn to say no. And when I said no, oh my goodness, they didn't like that. And you know what? I had to learn to let it go. I had to learn to find a new direction. And let me tell you, that was difficult. That was really difficult because I could use that money. I could have used that money selling my race car that I invested in, that I paid for. You think I couldn't have? That I couldn't have used that money right now? That I would have to start my own online business to help other people to come from a broken place, a messy place of understanding that you too can start over again? Even when people have broken your heart, even when they've stolen from you, even when they've lied to your face and told you how much they loved you, like a spider in a web as they wrapped around their lies and telling you these things. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. Keep it breathing, let it going. Let me tell you something. You learn a lot when you're at your lowest. And being a better person, being a bigger person, and giving it to the Father, because they got to deal with the Father. They got to deal with that Creator. You know, when people go around doing bad things to other people, and the Father gets to hear about it, don't want to be on that list. No siree. Don't want to be on that list. Because I've seen what that being on that list has done. Two of the people that turned on me, that should say enough. So, why now is the best time to start? Well, you don't want to wait for your perfect time period. You don't want to wait until things are perfect, when you have this better time, and maybe you'll feel better tomorrow. You know what? Starting when you're messy and you're broken, and recording that journey, and even if you don't even publicize it, because people are broken and messy right now, and they're looking for that light. They're looking for that road and that guidance to show them a better way. So if you were to record that and it embarrasses you and it shames you, can you imagine how other people are feeling right now when they can't even talk about it? Because I couldn't talk about it. I was so embarrassed that the people that I loved the most, I had invited into my home, made them part of my family. There must have been something wrong with me. There must have been something wrong with me that they would hate me so much. I could not understand it. It wasn't until I started doing a background check on them, let me tell you about that one, that they were going bankruptcy to bankruptcy, that I was a mark. I was a mark to them. From day one, I was a mark to them. There are people out there that will tell you how much and how important you are. They will tell you how wonderful you are, but their actions. See, I ignored all of the writing on the wall. I ignored their actions, their little words, their little comments. I made allowances for that. How many of us make allowances for that because they tell us how much they love us, how much they support us? How many of us make allowances for people that give us lip play, but they're not there for you? So I've learned that lesson. I had a new puppy that I spent weeks and weeks, months training, and I made allowances for his little outbursts, his little temper tantrums, his little attitudes. Oh, thank you, my love. My husband is getting me coffee. I never had a husband that got me coffee. He makes me breakfast, by the way. I know I'm just spazzing. And do you know he cooks? Do you know I never was married to somebody that cooked before? He cooks. Anyhow, I love that part. Anyhow, I have to tell you that I ignored all of those warning signs regarding this puppy. I spent time. I'm telling you, I put him in the kennel so that he would be kennel trained. I let him go out, go potty every 2 to 3 hours. Every time I was bottle feeding Tommy when he was first born, every 2 to 3 hours, that I was spending time with this puppy at the same time, no matter how tired or exhausted I was taking him outside so he would go potty outside. I would play with him. And boy, puppies have energy. And yet, he had this tendency of being aggressive and biting before he even knew who the person was. And he had food aggression. I made allowances for this because he was young. And yet as the second month, and he was doubling in size, he was eating as much food as a 100-pound dog. And his temperament was getting worse. And I think it's because the hormones were starting to kick in. He was at the 3-month time period. He was starting to go into his 14 weeks of age. And I left him alone with Tommy. This is the first time I had him off the leash, and I let him running loose because he was playing with the other dogs. And Tommy was on a leash so that he would not go where our other night shift dog is. And he attacked Tommy. He would have unalived him if he had not been stopped. And that was in a short little 2-hour window where they were raised side by side in a kennel. They played together. He knew that he had to treat Tommy different than Alice the dog. He knew he would stop and he would know, because that's what we were doing and training him. But I ignored all those warning signs, and because of that, it almost cost me the life of Tom. My little Tommy almost didn't make it. If I had not gone out there to go check on everybody, I would not have seen him covered with red and his ears nearly torn from his head. And this animal never ever, once, he didn't scream in fear. He didn't call for his mom. He was in shock. I guess we're all in shock when somebody we trust attacks us. We're all going to shock when someone that says they love you, or they're your friend or kennel mate, or somebody that says that they're your family, comes and attacks you and maims you and wants red. So how many of us are ignoring those warning signs that we get to see? How many of us are ignoring those signs on the walls? I bet you there's a lot of us. We make allowances because we're listening to their words. We're listening to what they're saying. Yeah. And I have to say, breathe. You're not alone. You're not alone. I saw it. I had family members from my late husband that came in during hospital procedure and took back their ladder, took the fishing poles, and took the chairs that were around the fire pit. And I thought that was really strange. And because they never had any plans of showing up. I had a conversation with my brother-in-law and said to him, are you going to consider me still family when he dies? Am I going to still be part of that family? And he says, absolutely, absolutely. You know what? That is heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking to be told and lied to, and then they never show up. They never show up. Ever, ever, ever. And then you have friends that had been lying to you, and you were going to be a mark. You were going to be a mark. I was going to be a mark. I was a mark. Oh my goodness. When you need them the most, when you would forgive them anything, you find out their true character, unfortunately. And then you have to pick up the pieces and start all over again. But it's doable. You can do this. You're not alone. And when you're part of a community of hope dealers, they don't deal with the poo-pooers and the naysayers. They don't deal with the negativity. We are all there working and learning together. And they love on you. They support me. They love on me. They say nothing but nice things to me. Oh my. I mean, I couldn't even get that from the friends and family that were supposed to be there. I couldn't get them to say, I love you, Julie. I'm there for you. How are you doing? Oh, heck no. I didn't get that. I wish I could have. You know, that would have been kind of nice. Someone just coming and sitting next to me, maybe holding my hand and said, do you want a beer or something? You know, just sit by me and maybe cry a few tears because you missed the man that helped you, did new brake lines for you, bought you some new tires, fixed your fuel system that was all rusted out. I don't know, put in your driveway. I don't know, provided you all these things like a clean septic system. I don't know. You would think that at least that would have bought at least 5 or 10 minutes of your time to show up the day you die. So anyhow, don't get me riled up now. Don't get me riled up. Okay. So why is the best time to start? You got to start sometime. And starting as soon as possible when you know the writing's on the wall, because you're looking at your banking account and you're looking at your money that you may have had and it's dwindling and you got bills to pay. It's time to rethink. Can you work that 9 to 5? Can you travel an hour or two if you live in a rural area like me? Can you travel on icy roads, potholes where you're going to drop an axle if you're not careful, and then to be driving in the dark, where you got deers that live in a rural area, they're darting out in front of your vehicle continuously? Do you feel like you're driving and your fingers are all white and panic as you drive? No one drives in the dark. Very few people drive in the dark here in Eastern Kentucky because of the animals. So you have a death grip on your steering wheel as you're driving down the road trying to get home. Can you imagine me? Here I am. I'm only 5'1", so here's my steering wheel. And here I go, and I'm driving down the road. Can you imagine that? So I needed to find another way. I needed to be able to find an income and work from my own home. My late husband worked from his computer. You know what I mean? He was a brainiac. He did all of the computer stuff and the techie stuff. I wish I had taken some lessons from him, because it would have been really kind of cool. But I didn't need to even do that with this online business, this business in the box. I didn't need to recreate the wheel. I did not have to provide this proven blueprint that works. It works. I mean, Michelle O'Neill, I just posted a little short video, 12-second video of being in the classroom. And when you go into a classroom with like-minded people that are looking for hope in a better way, in another direction, and a purpose in their life, and you get in there, it does feel like the Father has blessed that room. It does feel magical. It does feel with energy that aspires and gives you hope. Hope for a better future. Hope for a tomorrow that you don't know what's promised. And I can't say enough about it. I can't say enough about it. It's just been a marvelous, wonderful journey. And when I talked to David about this, I'm like, David, I don't know how to talk about the business. I don't know how to talk about money. I don't know how to do that. And, when you say I don't, you're immediately putting up this wall, this emotional energy wall that says that, why start, right? Why start? And it's done so much for me personally, in a new purpose and a new direction. And so that's what I would like to offer other people, is that there is another direction you can go. You could choose to come out of that dark place where people have hurt you, where people have disappointed you, where people have left you broken and injured and wounded, and you're just trying to cope every single day, starting over again. I understand that. I have been there. Starting to build things with no construction experience and starting over just to have a dream. I never thought I'd have sheep. I had to have a place where I had to keep them safe. I had to start over and plan, but I started to dream. And when I came out of that fog of hurt and pain and sorrow, I was able to start over again with a purpose and a dream. And then I need to make an income, so here I am. I am learning all of this stuff so that I can help other people like myself to start over again. And yes, I hope to be a millionaire one day, and it would be a lot faster than working that 9 to 5 job. It certainly will. So today is Friday. It is May 9th. Tomorrow is the beginning of the Freedom Stint, 0 to 90,000. But it's about mindset. It's about changing your perspective, removing those blocks of lack and loss, and opening it up to prosperity and to receiving and to helping other people. I'm so excited. I can't get over. You know, I can go from deep depth of sorrow and the past, or I can choose a new future of possibilities. Are we promised tomorrow? No. Are we going to continually look over my shoulder? No. I may have a propensity, a pattern of maybe talking about it, but I'm not going to be pulled back in there to drown in something I can't undo. So I invite you guys to come with me. Be a hope dealer to somebody else, and let me offer my hand out for a new way and a new purpose and a new goal, while you're earning and learning that you too can start over again. So until tomorrow, 6:40 a.m., I just want to say, I love Tracy. Thank you so much for always showing up. I love you. I can't wait, because I know that Maddie, I'm going to get some Maddie stories, because I love our Maddie, right? And you people, you need anything. If you want to learn more, let me share with you that freedom machine. I have a freedom machine that I use every single day, and it has literally set me free. And if you want to learn more, just say yes. Yes to you, yes to your investment, and yes to the possibilities. Let's plant those seeds. Until tomorrow at 6:40 a.m. I'll be seeing you. Bye.